I am cheating with my best friend's husband, and I don't feel bad about it. Long ago, in the heart of a quiet village, two girls grew up like twins. Their names were Chioma and Amara. Though not related by blood, they were inseparable. From the days of playing by the stream to the nights of sharing roasted corn under the moonlight, wherever you saw Chioma, you saw Amara, but they were as different as day and night. Chioma was the kind of beauty that made strangers stop on the road. Her skin glowed like palm oil in the sun. Her eyes sparkled like a river under moonlight. People often whispered, God took time to create this one. But beauty has a way of turning into pride. And for Chioma, pride sat on her shoulders like a crown. She was light-skinned, elegant, admired, and she knew it. She rarely greeted elders. She belittled others, and she believed the world revolved around her beauty. Amara, on the other hand, was not ugly, nor breathtaking either. She was dark-skinned, quiet, and simple, but her heart was full of kindness. She greeted everyone with a smile. She listened to strangers, and she made friends easily. People loved her, not for her looks, but for the warmth she carried wherever she went. Despite their differences, they were the closest of friends. They attended the same primary school, the same secondary school, and even gained admission into the same university. They ate together, studied together, laughed together. Truly, they were like twin sisters. Years passed. Graduation came. Their dreams were now stretching beyond the walls of the university. One hot afternoon, Chioma and Amara were walking through their village market. Suddenly, a young man approached them. He looked lost. Politely, he asked Chioma, "Please, can you show me the way to the chief's compound?" But Chioma's arrogance rose like smoke. She rolled her eyes and snapped, "Do I look like a signpost to you? Go and find your way." The young man froze, embarrassed. He lowered his gaze, ashamed at her harsh words. Amara, standing quietly by her side, stepped forward. With her usual kindness, she smiled and said, "Don't mind her. The chief's compound is just down this path. Walk straight. You will see a large mango tree. His house is the one painted white beside it." The young man's face lit up. He thanked Amara warmly, and from that moment, a friendship was born. Neither Amara nor Chioma knew who he truly was, but soon the truth unfolded. He was not just an ordinary traveler, he was the son of the richest man in the next village. His name was Obinna. When Chioma discovered this, her heart burned with jealousy. She whispered bitterly to herself, "But he approached me first. He saw me first. This should have been my chance." Her pride could not accept that Amara, the ordinary dark-skinned girl, was now the one who had his attention. Within 6 months, Obinna's friendship with Amara blossomed into love, and in a grand celebration, Amara became the wife of Obinna, the prince of wealth. Chioma smiled on the outside, but inside, her heart was a storm. She could not accept it. She could not watch her friend, the girl she always considered beneath her, live in luxury, while she stood outside in envy. So Chioma began to plot. Slowly, like a snake in tall grass, she found her way into Obinna's life. She flattered him. She laughed at his jokes. She dressed in ways that seduced his eyes. And when words were not enough, she used blackmail, weaving lies and manipulation, until the day came when Obinna could no longer resist her poison. In a shocking twist, Obinna divorced Amara. He sent her away in tears and eloped with Chioma. Amara's world fell apart. The man she loved, the husband she trusted, had been stolen by her very best friend. At first, Chioma lived like a queen. She wore the finest wrappers, the brightest jewelry, and moved proudly in Obinna's mansion. But slowly, the mask began to fall. Obinna saw her arrogance. He saw her greed. He saw that her love was not for him, but for his wealth. Their home became full of quarrels, suspicion, and bitterness. Meanwhile, Amara's quiet dignity was like a shadow in his mind. He could not forget her humility, her warmth, her sincerity. One night, Obinna crept back to Amara. He begged for forgiveness, his eyes swollen with regrets. "Amara, I was blind. I see now. Please take me back." But Amara shook her head slowly. Her eyes held no hatred, only strength. "I forgive you, Obinna, but I will not marry you again. Some wounds heal, but the scar remains." Obinna wept, for Amara had refused to be his wife again. But though she rejected marriage, she accepted something else, something even more dangerous. Amara agreed to be his side chick, not a secret one, not the type that hides in shadows. She became the visible queen of his life. She was the one who got pampered the most, the one who flew with him across cities, the one who toured the world, the one who controlled his heart, his wealth, his very life. Soon, Obinna stopped returning home. Chioma waited in the big mansion, staring at the gates every evening, hoping to see his car. But the nights passed, and Obinna never came. Chioma soon got wind of their affair. At first, she did not believe it. She told herself it was just rumors, lies cooked up by jealous villagers. But the truth could not hide for long. The evidence was everywhere, the photos, the videos, the captions. Every day, Amara's status updates pierced her heart like arrows. When the reality sank in, Chioma broke. She cried until her eyes swelled. She locked herself in her room, wailing like a widow, though her husband was still alive. The walls of her mansion echoed with her sorrow. Her maids whispered in corners, pitying their mistress who once walked with her head high. She moaned bitterly at night, clutching the same bed that now felt empty. Every tick of the wall clock reminded her that Obinna was lying in another woman's arms. She fought. Oh, she fought. She confronted Obinna with tears in her eyes, screaming, "Am I not enough for you? Was I not the woman you chose? Why would you disgrace me before the world?" But Obinna, blinded by Amara's charm, pushed her aside like dust on his shoe. Chioma ran to Amara, hoping friendship might soften her heart. She knelt before her once beloved sister, begging, pleading, her voice trembling. "Amara, please, leave my husband. Remember our childhood. Remember our bond. Do not destroy my home." But Amara's face remained calm, almost mocking. She only smiled and said, "Chioma, it is not my fault that he prefers my presence to your pride. You wore the ring, yes, but I hold the key to his heart." Those words crushed Chioma's spirit. She wept openly. She begged Amara. She begged even the elders. But no one could help her, for Amara had tasted power and she refused to let go. Amara's WhatsApp status glowed every day. Her Facebook and Instagram were flooded with pictures of shopping bags, airplane wings, hotel suites, candlelit dinners, and her captions, they cut like knives. It's not about wearing the rings, it's about being the chosen one. Some misses are just gatekeepers, but some miss are the real queens. Marriage certificate doesn't guarantee love. Attention does. Don't envy the crown on her head. Envy the throne she can't sit on. Sometimes the ring is just shackles. Freedom tastes sweeter. Side chicken. No, darling. I'm the main cause. Every post, every caption was like a dagger aimed straight at Chioma's heart. Chioma scrolled through the statuses with trembling fingers. The girl she once called sister was now the one flaunting her husband, her wealth, her life. Neighbors whispered. Friends mocked. Even strangers pitied her. How the mighty are falling, they said. Chioma could no longer sleep. Her pillow was soaked with tears. The pride she once carried was now ashes. She stared into the mirror, her beauty still intact, but her soul broken. And Amara, she smiled wider each day, for though she had lost the title of wife, she now controlled something greater than man's heart, his wallet, his very existence. Chioma was stranded in her own marriage, a wife in name, but a widow in reality. Who is to be blamed here, Chioma, Obinna, or Amara? What did you learn from this story? Please put your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thanks so much as you do so. See you in my next one. Bye.